Hi, my name is Maya and welcome to episode 4 of the Summer Knitting Journals. Today is Friday, so day 8, and I just spent the morning finishing the editing of episode 3 and I published it, but I haven't gone through the comments yet, so I don't know what you're gonna have suggested for the question I asked at the end of the last episode. But let's see if I have any. Yeah, I do have. But we'll go into that after, because I have a few things I want to talk to you about that I forgot to mention before, because I cannot seem to just remember to talk about the things I want to talk, even though I have a list. I don't know. So first, before I forget, I did finish lengthening the sleeve of my white day cardigan. So this is the sleeve I finished. You can see I blocked it here. Finished the sleeve until the cuff. And I did the surgery yesterday or 2 days ago. I am completely lost in the days we are living because I am half in the now and half in the editing and half in the... I have edited this but I haven't posted it yet. So it's a complete mess in my brain. So I did this in the past but I don't remember when. And it's done. It was so fast to do. It was only 6 rows and then the grafting. And since the yarn is pretty big, it just went super fast. And I'm gonna block it a second time. I was considering only blocking the sleeves, but I know that the more you block this yarn, the more it blooms and becomes soft. And it's already a lot softer than before I blocked it. You can see the difference between... This is very thick and dense and doesn't have any drape at all. It's like cardboard, whereas the blocked fabric is a lot more flowy and beautiful, but I'm a bit too lazy to block it again by hand, so I'm just gonna wait until my laundry day and throw this in the machine so that it blocks it for me and it agitates it a tiny bit more than I would do if I was hand washing, and also so that I don't have to hand wash it. I trust my machine washing, my washing machine to do the job for me without felting anything, so I'm just gonna do that. And my laundry day is on Tuesday, so it's gonna be next week. Speaking of laundry, you may remember that I mentioned in whatever episode of this series that I found 2 moths in my apartment, but they were just flying around and not specifically on any piece of clothing or food or whatever. So I wasn't sure if they just arrived there or if there was actually an invasion or something in my place. But when I was putting out the bedding for our friend that came to sleep at my place yesterday night, so I set out the couch and I wanted to take some sheets out to lay over the couch and have a couverture. And it's all in a box that's below my bed that I basically never touch, because when I change my own sheet, I just take the sheets off, I wash them, and then I put them back again immediately. So I never use this box, and it's one of those like fabric boxes with a zipper to close it off. I opened it and I started foraging through it to find what I was looking for, and I saw a little bug, a little like larvae-like thing that was crawling around. And it was moving and it was clearly alive. And I did find some others that were dead, but I couldn't find any evidence of moth cocoons or anything, so I don't think it's moth. And I don't know what it is. I took a video. It's a bit gross, but maybe someone will know what they are. And yeah, I immediately took the box out of under the bed and I threw it on the balcony, terrace, whatever, where it's super mega hot and it's in bright sunlight, and I hope the heat and the sun will kill some of the insects that are in there while I wait for my laundry day to come, which is on Tuesday, because I cannot wash anything if it's not my laundry day. In Switzerland, most big buildings like mine have not a public but a laundromat with lots of washing machines, and each apartment has a certain time and machine they can use once in the week. I mean, once for one day in the week. You cannot use the machine outside of that, which is handy, but also you need lots of logistics when you can only do the laundry once a week. So it's just gonna stay there on the terrace while I wait for Tuesday to arrive so that I can wash everything. Fortunately, I had some other sheets in another place, which is behind the couch, that I could use for my friend, so he didn't have to sleep on the bare couch. Yeah, but it was a little moment of panic. And I just don't know what those are. I have never seen them. I don't really know. And the problem is that I have 3 other boxes under that bed that are also filled with clothes that I never touch because they are like the storage boxes. And I'm scared to open them up. But I suspect the bugs have been inside those boxes since forever, since I never used them. And it's very possible that they came from my old apartment. And since I moved here a year and a half ago, they just never moved from outside of these boxes. So I don't think it's something that's flying around and that can spread to the rest of my wardrobe. But I should just address that. I should put all the boxes out on the terrace while it's hot, because the heat wave will be over on next Tuesday. So I should take advantage of the sun while it's there. I think I'm gonna do that this afternoon. Yes, nice program for the rest of the day and for next Tuesday. Anyway, I also wanted to mention about the white day. I forgot to tell you that the test has started. I'm sorry again, I forgot to mention it in the episode where you could have applied if I had told you before. But yeah, the test has started today. I'm gonna send out the pattern to the selected testers today. It's the test call where I had the least applicant ever and by far, which is okay. I was kind of expecting it. I mean, it's the dead middle of the summer, it's super hot, and I'm like, do you want to knit a super hot winter garment with a big gauge? And no, because first, people are usually in a knitting slump in the summer, and if they want to knit, it's probably not on something like this, unless they are in the other hemisphere, but most of my audience is in the same hemisphere as mine, so not a lot of people are actually going through winter right now. But it's okay, it doesn't matter. I did fill out most sizes, so sizes 1 to 5 are filled up, and only sizes 6, 7, 8 and 9 I had no applicants for. So if you are in those sizes and would like to test it, feel free to reach out. You can fill out the form. I will leave the link in the description. And you will of course have an extended deadline since you will start later. But yeah, the test has started, but if you want to knit one of the larger sizes, you can still apply. And yeah, I'm super excited, and the people who applied are mega excited, and I'm so excited to see them excited. So yeah, it's gonna be great anyway, and for me it's gonna be a little bit more chill to have a smaller test group. So I think it's actually a good thing. I don't have any bad feelings towards the fact that I had less testers than usual, less applicants than usual. I'm totally fine. It's okay for me. I'm just checking that I'm not forgetting to talk about something. Yes, regarding the bugs situation, last night I kept on doing dreams about bugs and larvae and flies and stuff just crawling around and big invasions. I had just such weird dreams. I slept pretty badly. I just wasn't feeling well. Yeah, it was just one of those nights. I'm pretty tired. I just hope it's gonna be better next night. Tonight, this night. Yes, and regarding yesterday, so we went to eat at a restaurant. We ate Vietnamese food. I love Asian food, so I'm always happy when I can eat Asian food. And we did the hangout at the lake afterwards. We did swim for a little bit. I couldn't film while I was swimming, of course. But yeah, it was super fun and the views were beautiful. I think you probably, if you saw the yesterday's or last 2 days episode, you probably saw that. It's amazing. The border of the lake is just, it's a fairy tale. It's so beautiful, and it's like that every day. And this particular night it was cloudy, so there was the sunset on the clouds, and the clouds reflecting on the lake and on the mountains, and yeah, beautiful. But sometimes when it's not cloudy, it's a totally different view, and when it's raining, it's beautiful as well. And yeah, it's just a beautiful place. I just really love it. So I'm super happy I could share that with you. And we did hang out near le port d'Ouchy, after we took a little dip in the lake. And I was riding on my surf skate, which you also saw, but I think maybe 30 seconds after I took the video of me skating, I fell on my butt. It was a pretty hard fall. I think I have I still have a bruise on my elbow, and I also hit my hand a little bit. And what happened, it's ridiculous. So our friend, he's really good at surf skating, much better than me, and he was looking at me while I was doing the surf skating. He told me I was doing my swings, my turns, a little bit too short, and I could do bigger turns to get more momentum and go faster and just be a bit more at ease in my movements. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try. And I tried that, and I completely lost my balance, and I just fell after 2 turns because I wasn't used to doing such big turns. And of course I fell on my back, but fortunately I had my backpack on, and in my backpack I had my knitting, and I fell completely straight on the back. My butt touched the ground, but since my back was pretty packed, most of my weight fell on the backpack and not on my butt, because it would be super painful. I think my coccyx would be, I could even have broken it because I fell so hard, but I fell on the backpack. And then I had a big bun, the same I had yesterday in the video, and my head hit the bun, which was super squishy and like a perfect cushion, so it absorbed the shock, and I had 0 problem, which probably saved me, because again, if I had hit my head this hard on the back, it would be pretty bad. But yeah, fortunately, I was fine thanks to my knitting and my bun. However, I do have a little pain in my neck. I think I still got a little bit, my neck did take a little bit of a hit, and it's hurting quite a bit. I just washed my hair, and you know when you're in the shower and you try to wash out the shampoo out of your hair, you have to put your head back like this. And I just couldn't, so I had to lift my head with my hand and then lean back like that, holding my head, because it was hurting. Yeah, I just hope it's gonna be okay tomorrow. As long as I stay straight like this, I don't feel anything, but yeah, as soon as I start having to hold my head with my neck, that's when it starts to hurt. But other than that, I'm fine. And the bruise on my elbow. So yes, that was yesterday evening. And I think I said everything I wanted to mention. I just read through the comments as well, and actually nobody mentioned yet. I just published the video, so of course nobody did. The question I asked, which is, do I finish with this episode, which is going to be the festival tomorrow? It's going to be mostly B-rolls, because I won't have any opportunity to film like talking sections like this. Or do I end with the 5th episode on Monday and Tuesday, where I can go do a mini review of the festival and then go through the last steps of designing the flappy hoodie, because that's what I'm gonna do this afternoon. And I've been thinking about it, and I think I will do a 5th episode, because if I finish now, it's gonna be kind of in the middle of the last step of the designing, and I just want to go until the finishing line. And that's what I'm gonna be doing this afternoon. So mainly I'm gonna grade my size, which is super complicated because I have to do a lot of adjustments to make it fit me. So yeah, it's a huge task to do. So I'm gonna do that this afternoon. And I'm gonna try to cast on and then knit tonight and tomorrow morning. Hopefully get past the complicated part. And I think it would be nice to just have another chatty bit where I can explain to you how it's going with the work in progress. And maybe I will have to rip back, and it will also be interesting to show you. So I think in regards of this summer knitting series being the explanation of how I designed the flappy hoodie, I think it makes sense to end with a real step forward with the design. So I took my decision without you having to weigh in, but thank you anyway for the comments I'm probably gonna get later. And I was thinking about something I wanted to mention, and it's something I didn't write down. And it was something important. Yes, the swatch. I was also talking about the fact that I wasn't sure if I wanted to have a column of slip stitches next to the pickup. I'm gonna grab the swatch. The column of picked up stitches here next to the pickup of this flappy part. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have a slip stitch column there or not. And I just saw someone left actually a comment about that, saying that they prefer the non-slip stitches. And I've been thinking about it as well. And I also think I took my decision because one of my arguments was that I wanted to have this side of the pickup where you're gonna have the column of stitches that are untouched here. I wanted this side to match the other side, and the other side is gonna be a column of stitches that won't be slipped because you know why. It's easier that way. And if I have a column of slip stitches here, it's not gonna match the other side anymore. So no, I'm not gonna do that. So I answered my own question this morning. I had a moment in my bed and was like, wait a minute. So basically all I have left to do is to cast on my own sample. I am pretty sure I'm gonna hit a few roadblocks because it's gonna be a pretty complex shaping around the shoulders. Partly because the ziggurat method is a bit more tricky than a normal like drop shoulder or raglan construction. And also because having to make it fit me is gonna be challenging, but it's okay. I have faith in myself. It's gonna be fine. So yeah, that's today's program. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go grade my own sample and then I'm gonna prepare my bag for tomorrow. This is actually the outfit I'm gonna have for tomorrow. All hand knit. So this is my skitter skirt. It has pockets, which is gonna be super helpful during the festival. And this is a summer top that I knit. It's a little bit see-through, which is why I'm wearing this. At the festival, I absolutely don't care at all if you can see through, but it's a video on YouTube, so for you, I'm just covering myself. And I need to not forget to put the boxes that are under my bed out in the sun to hopefully clean the bugs out. And probably a ton of other stuff that I'm forgetting about. So that's the program. I think there is a chance I won't have any opportunity to talk to you again before the end of the episode. So if I don't see you again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you will enjoy today's episode. And thank you for being here until now. And I will see you again on Monday for me and probably on Tuesday for you for the grand finale, la grande finale of the Summer Knitting Journals. So yeah, thank you for your support, thank you for your comments, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again in the next and last episode. Bye!